Hey everyone, it's Jamie. Welcome back. In today's video, I will be showing you how I made this really pretty Valentine's wreath using the Ruffle method. So if you'd like to see how I do this, then please keep watching. I will be using a 14-inch wreath ring from Dollar Tree. First, I'm going to wire the wreath ring using 18 pipe cleaners. This wreath ring has 6 sections and I will be adding 3 pipe cleaners per section. I start by adding 1 pipe cleaner, wiring the 2 inner rings together. By placing the pipe cleaner in the middle of the section and twisting it a couple of times. Next, I add another pipe cleaner, wiring the 2 outer rings together by placing the pipe cleaner about 1.5 inches from the seam weld. Then I add a third pipe cleaner the same way. I will wire each section of the wreath ring, giving me 6 pipe cleaners on the inner rings and 12 on the outer rings, with a total of 18 pipe cleaners. This is how the wreath should look after the pipe cleaners have been added. I will be using 1 roll of this Polypro jute mesh from Hobby Lobby, and it's 10 inches by 10 yards, and 1 roll of this Polypro mesh also from Hobby Lobby, and it's 10 inches by 10 yards. I will cut 18 pieces to 20 inches long, 9 of the white and 9 of the burlap. Next, I'm going to make the ruffles, starting by laying the piece of mesh flat and placing something on the end to weight it down. Then at the other end, I place my thumbs in the middle, then gather the mesh by walking my fingers up the mesh, pulling it toward me. This will form the ruffle. It will end up looking like a bow. Next, I'm going to add the ruffles to the wreath. I start with the inner pipe cleaner, but you can start wherever you want. It doesn't really matter. I place the ruffle in the center of the pipe cleaner vertically, with one finished edge going toward the middle of the wreath and the other finished edge going toward the bottom of the wreath. Once I have the ruffle in place, I then fluff it out. I do the same with the burlap mesh by making the ruffle, then adding it to the next pipe cleaner. I will add mesh to each pipe cleaner, alternating the white and the burlap ruffles. This is how the wreath will look after the ruffles are added. Next, I'm going to cut the 6 inner pipe cleaner legs off, as I will not be needing them. I'm just locating the pipe cleaners, twisting the legs a few more times, and then snipping off the remaining pipe cleaner and then folding the end over. I will be using these 2 ribbons to make ribbon tails. They are both 2.5-inch wide wired ribbon. The heart ribbon is from Walmart and the burlap ribbon is from Hobby Lobby. I will be cutting 6 pieces of each ribbon to 14 inches long and dovetailing the ends. To make the ribbon tails, I'm folding the ribbon in half to find the middle, then pinching or gathering the ribbon in the center. This will form the ribbon tail. Then I'm adding the burlap ribbon to each of the pipe cleaners with the white mesh by laying the ribbon tail in the middle of the pipe cleaner, then twisting a couple of times to secure it. Then I take the 2 tails and bring them downward, placing them side by side. I then do the same with the heart ribbon, and I place it in each of the pipe cleaners with the burlap mesh. And here is how it looks with the ribbon tails added. I will be using these 2 1.5-inch wide wired ribbon from Hobby Lobby to make half bows. I will be cutting 6 pieces of each ribbon to 18 inches long, dovetailing the ends. To make half bows, I'm folding the ribbon in half. Then about 2 inches down, I'm gathering the ribbon so there will be a 2-inch loop at the top. To add the half bows, I'm placing the pink polka dot ribbon in each pipe cleaner with the heart ribbon tails by laying it in the middle of the pipe cleaner with the loop facing toward the center of the wreath. Then securing it with a couple twists. Then I fluff out the loop. Then I separate the tails, and since this ribbon has a right side and a wrong side, I make sure to flip the tail so that the right side is showing. I do the same with the checkered ribbon, only placing it in the pipe cleaners with the burlap ribbon. Here's how it's looking with the half bows added. Next, I will be using this sign from Dollar Tree. I will be cutting off the ribbon hanger, then gluing 2 pipe cleaners to the back, making sure to use a generous amount of glue. Once the glue is cooled, I'm going to add the sign to the middle of the wreath by feeding the legs of the pipe cleaners through the mesh. Then flipping the wreath over, I secure the pipe cleaners to the wire frame. Once the wreath is done, I will go back in and trim off the pipe cleaner legs. Next, I will be adding a bow I made off camera. I do have a bow tutorial I will link in the description box if you want to see how I make my bows. I place the bow where I want it by feeding the legs of the pipe cleaner through the mesh and securing it to the frame on the back. Once I get the bow where I want it, I'm going to fluff it out a little. Once the wreath is complete, I will fluff it some more. I'm going to be using some of the foam ball vase filler from the Dollar Tree. Adding them to each pipe cleaner, first I cut the legs of the pipe cleaner to 1.5 inches long. Then I push the foam balls onto the ends of the pipe cleaner, alternating colors. I will go back in with hot glue to secure the foam balls. And here's how it looks with the foam balls added. Lastly, I will be adding 3 of these tinsel foam heart ornaments from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to decide where I want them to go, then I will hot glue them to the wreath. And here's how the wreath turned out. I think it's so pretty. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I wanted to thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!